Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we read between the lines of corporate filings and sometimes find some surprising stuff. Today we're going to crack open the latest annual report from CSP Incorporated and see what secrets it holds. Alright, so we're looking at CSP Incorporated SPCI and their annual report for the year ending the 30th of September 2025. Think of this as their yearly financial checkup report card. First up, let's talk about money. They brought in about $58.7 million in sales. That's a bit higher than last year's $55.2 million, which is a 6% increase. That sounds good, right? More sales usually means a healthier company. But here is where it gets interesting. They actually lost money. They had an operating loss of $3.1 million. Last year, they also had a loss of $1.9 million. So sales are up, but their losses are also growing. This means that even though they are selling more things, it's costing them more to do it than they are making. Now let's break down where that money is coming from. The company has two main parts: Technology Solutions, or TS, and High Performance Products, or HPP. The Technology Solutions part is doing the heavy lifting, bringing in $56.8 million in sales. That's a solid 11% increase from last year's $51 million. This segment is carrying the company. The High Performance Products segment is bringing in much less money, only $1.9 million in sales for 2025. This is a big drop from $4.1 million the previous year. That's a decrease of 54%. This segment is really struggling. Looking deeper into High Performance Products, their product sales took a huge hit, dropping by $2.1 million. They mentioned a big non-recurring sale of $2 million in the previous year for something called Aria Aste software, which made last year look unusually good for product sales. So while the sales drop is big, it seems like part of it was expected because of that one-time sale last year. Let's look at the company's financial health. They have about $22.1 million in current liabilities. These are debts and other obligations that need to be paid within a year. A big chunk of that $19.5 million is in accounts payable and accrued expenses. This is basically money they owe to their suppliers and for other day-to-day expenses. The amount due to suppliers has more than doubled from $6.9 million last year to $19.5 million this year. This is a significant increase, and it could mean they are struggling to pay their bills on time, or they are buying a lot more inventory than usual. Now, how much money do they have on hand? They have $27.4 million in cash and cash equivalents. That's down from $30.5 million last year. So while they have a decent amount of cash, it's decreasing, and with those growing liabilities, it is something to watch. Scroll net cash provided by operating activities $2,268 stayed and scaled. When we look at the cash flow from their normal business operations, it shows they generated $2.3 million in cash. That's down from $4.2 million last year. So their core business is still generating some cash, but less than before. Every company lists risks, and CSP Incorporated is no different. They are very upfront about depending on a small number of customers. They say no single customer accounted for more than 10% of their revenue in 2025 or 2024, which is actually good news, meaning they are not overly reliant on just one or two big clients. Losing a major client could still hurt, but it won't be a knockout blow. They also point to being dependent on their key employees. This is common, especially for smaller companies. People are often the biggest asset. Losing their chief executive officer or other important people could really hurt the company. They are also facing tough competition when it comes to hiring and keeping these skilled workers. They talk about their cybersecurity efforts. This is increasingly important. They have a strategy to manage cyber risks and align with industry standards like NIST. They claim no cybersecurity incident has materially impacted them so far, but this is an area that needs constant attention. Let's go over what this all means. The company is growing its sales in its technology solutions part, which is positive. However, losses are increasing overall, and their high performance product segment is really struggling with declining sales. The big jump in what they owe to suppliers is a bit concerning and suggests potential cash flow pressures. While their dependency on a few key employees is a risk, they have diversified their customer base, which is a strength. The cybersecurity measures seem robust. Overall, CSP Incorporated is facing a mixed bag. They have a growing revenue stream in one key area, but are struggling to turn that into profit. The balance sheet shows some concerning trends with increasing liabilities and decreasing cash. So what's the takeaway? They need to find a way to increase their profitability, not just their sales, and get that high performance product segment back on track, or consider if it's still a core part of their strategy. The substantial increase in accounts payable needs careful monitoring. That's our look at CSP Incorporated's annual report. What are your thoughts on their financial performance and future prospects? Let us know in the comments. If you found this breakdown helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for more exclusive content and discussions. Thanks for watching, and well, see you next time on Corporate Decoder.